Hey guys! Welcome to a new episode of my blockchain gaming journey, and today I wanted to cover an infrastructure project that has a lot of potential and it is still under the radar. I am referring to Iouna Network, and I'll take you on a journey following the breadcrumbs to discover why this is a true gem. First and foremost, Iouna Network's main goal is to make blockchain technology more accessible for Unity and Unreal Engine game development via SDKs for Substrate. In order to better understand how it works, I'll dive a bit into some tech talk, trying to highlight the most important aspects. SDK stands for Software Development Kit, basically a toolbox for developers, offering the necessary tools for building software on a specific platform or programming language. Substrate itself is an SDK for blockchain development, and it is most commonly used for designing blockchains for the Polkadot Kusama ecosystem. Polkadot and Kusama are layer 0 blockchains acting as main relays for their relay chains. Other projects can connect to the relay chain, becoming parachains. This means that projects can easily interoperate, sending data between each other, without the classic constraints of bridging between different ecosystems. In order for a project to become a parachain, it has to win a parachain auction, leasing that slot for a predetermined period of time. Iouna Network works on the same principle, the goal being scaling game development, basically becoming a relay chain for games. As Iouna would occupy a parachain slot on Kusama or Polkadot, games will be able to operate as parachains on Iouna's relay chain. In that sense, game studios will be required to stake a certain amount of Ioun, Iouna's native token, in order to deploy games using their technology. In addition, users staking Ioun will get a share of the revenue generated by games deployed on Iouna. As the future of Web3 is multi-chain, I believe that the same principle applies for gaming, and by using Iouna's Unity or Unreal SDKs, apart from an easier integration of blockchain technology, in-game assets could easily be transported and used between games. By becoming a parachain, Iouna removes any need of bridges in order to operate cross-chain, while also increasing transaction volume and speed. Moreover, it can borrow solutions from other parachains, solving different issues of Web2 gaming: storage, privacy, and trust. Important to note that Iouna is the denomination for the Polkadot parachain, whereas Kusama's parachain will be named Baiyun. Iouna has also partnered with Integrity in order to use their TEE technology, which stands for Trusted Execution Environment, and Arwinia in order to simplify the onboarding of Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain native projects. These trusted execution environments are completely verifiable on-chain, but they run off-chain, allowing complex logic game functions to achieve latencies as low as 300 milliseconds while interacting with Polkadot's network, Iouna basically acting as a secure layer 2 solution. Among other notable achievements, Iouna received a Web3 Foundation grant and won a spot in Animoca Brand's accelerator program called Luna. As far as game development is concerned, Iouna already released New Omega as a proof of concept and partnered with Gamepil in order to develop Dotmog, a strategy card game that is planned to launch at the end of March. You can check out their YouTube channel to see how much work is being put into building and modeling in-game assets. As a former Hearthstone player, I can't wait to try out Dotmog, as videos showcasing their gameplay and strategies were extremely exciting. Until then, I tried out New Omega, which instantly struck a chord, as I used to play Tribes and other similar browser-based strategy games. Set in a sci-fi world, you get to build your fleet and conquer planets that yield resources, allowing you to expand your empire. Since it is a multiplayer game, you are not the only one aiming to rule the universe, so you are at risk of being attacked by other players trying to take over your planets, especially when expanding to systems farther away from your main base. Ships have different stats, and I personally enjoyed Hyperions, which are long-distance heavy hitters, especially as you can select your strategy, and hitting the lowest health enemies was my favorite. I can't wait to try out Dotmog, and I will most certainly review it as well. Let me know down in the comments what gaming studios you think would be interested in Iouna's technology, and as always, if you found this content helpful, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.